Hey.
Man, what's the knowledge? It's your guy Demon. We back. Bring y'all yet again another banger here on the channel, man. And today, I'm gonna be talking about something that's honestly quite disturbing, quite alarming. Something that has been brought to my attention in the past couple of days. Some news coming out of Arizona, concerning the illegal immigrant population there and undocumented population there, and them being able to vote. So if you guys weren't privy to this or you didn't know about this, as of like 2 days ago, it has been brought to America's attention, I guess, that roughly 98,000, basically 100,000 residents or undocumented illegal immigrants or migrants, whatever you want to call them, do still have the capability to vote in this upcoming election, which is absolutely insane. I mean, that them allowing these people who aren't even American citizens, yet alone people who are going through the process of actual legal immigration, yet alone people who are documented to be known to be in this country, just, it's crazy to think about, right? These are people who we don't even know who they are. And in Arizona, they're still allowing these guys to vote, to actually have some say, some sway in our political process. That's absolutely insane and egregious. Like, that at this point, that's like basically saying, what's the point of being an American? What's the point of us paying taxes? You get me? Like, what's the point of us having to go through different civic duties as civilians or any other level of society to where you may have to, let's say you're a public servant, like you're a policeman or a doctor or something. What's the point of you doing that job if anybody can come over here and do anything without going through the right checks and balances, right? Like, it's crazy to think about, bro. It's really crazy to think about. But before I get too far into this commentary today, listen, real ones already know what to do. Hit that like, hit that subscribe button. If you want to stay up to date to whenever I drop my videos, I mean the second that I drop my videos, and you want to see it, turn on that notification, hit that notification bell, man. Now, the source I'll be using today is coming from CBS News. If you guys want to check out the actual news article for yourself, I will leave a link in the description. According to CBS News, Arizona Supreme Court rules that 98,000 people without confirmed citizenship docs can still vote in state races. The Arizona Supreme Court ruled Friday that nearly 98,000 people whose citizenship documents hadn't been confirmed can vote in state and local races. Okay, see, I thought it was the presidential race. I got that wrong. I thought it was the president, but even still, it's still unconstitutional. Even if it's state and local, it's still unconstitutional. The court's decision comes after officials uncovered a database error that for 2 decades mistakenly designated the voters as having access to the full ballot. Secretary of State Adrian Fontes, a Democrat, and Stephen Richer, the Republican Maricopa County Recorder, had disagreed on what status the voters should hold. Richer asked the High Court to weigh in, saying Fontes ignored state law by advising county officials to let affected voters cast full ballots. Listen, man. Now, even though I thought this was being allowed for the presidential election, and apparently it's not, even still, it's still a crazy thing. That means roughly 100,000 people have been able to vote in Arizona, elect different officials, meaning sheriffs, judges, anything like that, this still could affect the presidential nomination in the next month, the upcoming month, because whoever those people had some effect in voting in or had some sway in voting in could possibly affect, who gets in to be the president of the United States, right? It affects it in a way that, you elect certain representatives and certain different officials who would be involved in the electoral college, right? So, of course, the popular vote has an effect, but we've seen in many different past elections, presidential elections, where the popular vote was one thing, but it really led up to the electoral college really calling the shots at the end of the day in terms of who gets into office for that next term. So yeah, they're saying it's a local thing, but this still affects the nation. Because what if it takes Arizona's vote to actually be the one to be a tiebreaker or something? I doubt this is going to happen, but there's always a what if. There's always a possibility. You never know how these things turn out. It may be like the election may come down to those 100,000 people or 20,000 people, or you never know. Like, and it's still just crazy to think about, because you would think with, not necessarily the reputation of America, but I guess you could call it the reputation, but just what we stand for in terms of our Constitution, all of the history that comes behind being able to vote and voters' rights and all of that. For us to have all of that history and to go through the things that we've gone through, not even just with like the civil rights era, but you have like the suffrage era with women fighting for the rights to vote, and just many different people actually going through those tough times and fighting, advocating for their rights to vote. And you come now today in 2024 to where you have people who we don't even know if they're actual citizens. They're undocumented completely. We have no information on these guys. Could be from anywhere with any motive and any allegiance to any nation on the planet, and they're able to vote in our elections in America. That's absolutely absurd. You wouldn't even, let's be honest, you wouldn't even hear about any other nation allowing this to happen. And I do find it odd that this is happening during this election cycle, because this upcoming election will be one of the most important elections in our lifetimes. I've said this before in previous videos, but if you're not aware of the geopolitical things that's going on right now in the world, I think you're just being irresponsible. And to not understand how important this election is, regardless of who you vote for. Regardless, I don't care who you vote for, right? I'm gonna vote for who I vote for. You vote for who you vote for. But you must understand that this is the most important election. I think a lot of people have said in the previous elections, but in all honesty, in my opinion, this is the one that really makes or breaks America. This is the one that, if we don't make the right decision as a nation, we probably won't last too much longer. Especially not in the long term. The next 50 years, if we don't get the right person in there to be able to change some things soon, the next 50 years is going to be completely hectic for America. We may turn into a third world country. So listen, man, I'm not going to keep you guys too long on this video. I just want to bring this to you guys' attention, open it up for discussion. I want you guys to sign off down in the comments. Let me know your thoughts on this topic, please. I want to open it up for discussion. What do you think about people being from wherever they're from, not being born in America, never really worked in America? Maybe they work illegally, but they don't pay the same amount of taxes. They don't have the same civic duties as an actual American citizen. They don't have allegiance to us or America or our well-being. And I just want you guys to tell me what you think about some person or any person that falls under that category having say in our election, having say in our politics, having a say in our way of life. Because basically that's what it boils down to. If they're able to vote, whether it's just locally or if it's in a presidential election or anything on any level, meaning that they can influence your life by voting in a specific judge with specific viewpoints or ideologies, voting in a specific representative to go and represent your state. Let me know what you guys think. Do you accept that? Can you tolerate that someone from anywhere could come over here and vote and don't have to go through the same processes as you, but get the same benefits as you as a citizen? They don't have to pay as much taxes. They don't have to pay do you accept it? Just let me know down in the comments. It's your guy Demon. hit that like, hit that subscribe button, turn on the notifications. Stay on the lookout for the next one that's coming soon. I guarantee it. And as always, I love you guys. I'm going to see you in the next one. Peace.